Before we jump into today's episode, I want to take a moment to thank our podcast sponsor, CPR Hair. As many of you know, we are incredibly intentional about who we align ourselves with at the Conscious Salon. We don't just look at products, we look at values, leadership, and the impact that a company has in our industry. What stands out the most for us is their salon-first philosophy. Their focus isn't on just creating great products, it's empowering salon owners, supporting long-term growth, and helping our industry thrive. They offer education programs, events and professional development, and everything they do is designed to support the success of everyone in your salon. CPR is family owned and family run for Australian hair by Australian people. Thank you to CPR Hair for making this episode of the Conscious Salon podcast possible.
All right, salon owners, listen up because you guys have been begging us to do an in-person event. If you've been stuck in the day-to-day of your salon, constantly putting out fires, carrying the team, and wondering when you'll finally get time to work on the business, then our event, Off the Floor, is for you. This September, we are bringing a small room of 36 salon owners together on the Gold Coast at the incredible QT Hotel for 2 days of real conversations, practical strategies, and the kind of easy-to-implement tools that will actually change the way that you lead your business. Our team at the Conscious Salon will be teaching leadership, nervous system regulation, and, of course, our signature meetings, alongside our friend and accountant, Kate Slater, who is a numbers coach and a certified tax accountant for salon owners, and marketing expert Renee Andrews from Salon Society, teaching all things around marketing and AI. These are the topics that all of you salon owners tell us that you're struggling with the most. So we gathered a room full of our favorite experts to teach you everything you need to know. This is not a stiff conference room where you take notes and never look at them again. This is a powerful, intimate experience designed to give you clarity, confidence, and a plan that you can actually implement. With only 36 spots available, this room will fill very quickly. Head to the link in our show notes to secure your ticket to Off the Floor.
This episode of the Conscious Salon podcast is brought to you by CPR Hair.
Welcome back to the Conscious Salon podcast. Tess, we've got someone. Tess is
I'm so
fangirling.
excited. Well,
She
no,
is.
I'm not. Well, I'm fangirling,
Okay,
but I'm also with my
I've never seen you
friend.
so excited. I've never seen you so... Sorry, you're not fangirling like a loser way. I'm just saying I have never seen you...
I'm so G'd up. I'm so ready to go.
I've never seen Tess so excited for any podcast that we've done in the last 3 years as what she was today. So today we are joined... I wrote you a little intro. Today we're joined by someone in the industry who has seen this space from every single angle. She started in hair more than 3 decades ago as an apprentice hairdresser with a dream, a lot of passion, and no real idea where it would all lead. Since then, she's worked on the salon floor, owned businesses, hit burnout, rebuilt herself, left a domestic violence relationship, moved to the corporate world, and spent years working closely with salon owners across the country. So when she speaks about this industry, she's not speaking from theories, she's speaking from actual lived experience. What we love about this guest, and we fell in love with her at a conference, at CPR conference, at Salon Forum a couple of months ago, and we watched your presentation and we literally fell in love with you within the first 90 seconds. But we really love that she can also understand both sides of the coin, the creative people side, the part that draws so many of us into this industry in the first place, and then also the business side, the leadership, the retail, the numbers, the confidence, the consultation, and the part that so many incredible hairdressers and salon owners just don't get taught properly. Today, she has helped salons sell over $8 million fucking dollars in retail products.
Clap for that.
She is direct, experienced, deeply invested in this industry, and passionate about helping salon owners stop leaving money on the table while building stronger, more sustainable businesses. If you have ever felt icky about selling retail products to your clients, this is your podcast episode.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Please welcome to the Conscious Salon podcast, Sonia Tomas, aka the Salon Doctor.
Yay! What an icon. I'm so excited.
It is honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It's absolutely my honour to be on here with you girls because I see what you guys doing with your teams. I see what you guys are sharing with our industry. And I really think that you guys being just you lands for so many people. You're just authentic, you're real, you're raw, and people need to see that more. I think there's a lot of noise around our industry too. I definitely had, when I started, imposter syndrome of, you know, you've got to be a name, you've got to be someone for someone to listen to. And I really had to go, you know what? And my mentor even told me, like, you've got a voice. And I've just kind of organically grown just being me.
And thank God for that, because honestly, Tay and I especially, like, I feel like you're already a little bit familiar with Sonia, whereas...
Yeah, well, I'm also a beauty therapist. So I want to say, and you may differ on this, I want to say that the mentality in beauty is like, if a client comes to see you for a skin treatment, it was expected that you would talk to them about home care. I think it's really different in the hair industry. I see so many more blocks, mindset blocks with hairdressers as opposed to beauty therapists. And being a beauty therapist, I was like, that's just part of the process. I think for you guys especially, you were so fucking excited to hear Sonia's message.
Yeah.
Because it's so true to the hair industry particularly. Like, there's so many
it's just one that's so needed. Like, I feel, and this is something where I remember when we were watching you with your keynote and the camera didn't go down. It was just like, wow, and that's another great quote. That's another great minute. Oh, let's get a snapshot of that back spot. Like, it was just... the backslide, not the back spot. Because what I feel you do is that you speak to people really directly. I'm going to quote the phrase. The biggest thing that I found, but really stood out for me with what you do, is that you talk about clients and how everyone's like, oh, it's my family. It's my family. And how quickly those family members that we have aren't there when we're not taking care of them. And I feel like that is something that is so missing in our industry. We play into this performer of being, funny and like safe for people and all of these beautiful qualities and like ways of holding space. But rarely do we lead with our knowledge or lead with our power or lead with really education at the forefront.
Yeah. In my program, I actually teach salons that trust is built on what you do, not what you say or how much you know about someone. No one's going to say, oh, my God, I love Sonia because, you know, she's got 2 cats and she names them after cars, right? They're not going to care about my cats. One's Aston and one's Porsche. Like, so what, right? But they're going to say, she makes me feel good. I love my hair. My hair looks great every day. We forget it's on deliverables because if I don't deliver and my client's paying for a service, they will leave.
Yeah.
And we think they leave just because of a bad haircut or colour. But let me tell you, they leave for so many other reasons. Oversharing. Being rude, being unorganized, being untidy, the salon's too cold, the salon's too hot, high prices because we don't actually deliver what we actually charge, long wait times.
Taking the piss out of people's time. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, yes. long wait times, right?
Huge
Making
one.
people wait.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be long.
Yeah.
Tell me how long that is. Does anyone know how long a piece of string is, right? I'm not going to be long. Be honest. Like, I'm going to be 10 minutes. And
do you want to go and grab coffee? Yeah.
Well, clients, do you know what? We all don't mind if we have to wait a little bit, as long as we know there's transparency.
Agree.
Right? So when we're recommending retail, at this point, I just want to tell you what that looks like when you're at home. Because you're at home longer than you are with me. You're with me for 3 hours? Great. What are you going to do in the next 6 weeks?
God. Okay. So for anyone who's just like woken up on planet
This is
Earth,
why I'm so excited that she's here.
Tess, have a breath or a wine.
I know. I'm like, I don't need to be here. It just needs to be. Just leave Sonia in the cameras and we're good.
Agree. But here's the thing. So, Sonia, for anyone landing on this for the first time, I want you to say who you are, what you do. Obviously, we know who you are, but tell us what you do and how you help salons.
Yeah. So I've been in the industry for 37 years. And as you said, I have owned my own salon. I had my own challenges. I did leave my salon as a victim of DV. My kids were 7, 5 and 3 at the time. And I left with $0. ex-husband, who do you want to pay child support? And I literally had to navigate that by myself. Lucky I knew a real estate agent as a client. I said, I need somewhere to live. I have no rental history. I don't know what to do. The job that I went for was paying a really good base salary. It was had commissions, had OTE, and it also had no experience required. And I just went, this is my job. So I went for the job interview and I said to Brendan, his name was, I said, I'll take the job. And he goes, oh, no, we've got some more interviews. I went, okay, I'll take the job.
Cancel them.
Oh, no, you got to talk to HR. I went, what's her name? Natalie? I'll take the job. I'll take the job.
Natalie said yes.
Natalie said yes, right? I needed the job, right? So there was weeks where I didn't even eat. The weeks I didn't have the kids, I didn't eat. And the weeks I had the kids, we ate, right?
Wow.
And I remember this December, I literally had no money, and I started the job in the September, and I'd already made target, right, in new business. And I remember going to David and I said to him, now mind you, I'd started this job and I told no one what was going on. So I just started the job and just worked and just.
So they had no idea?
They had no idea.
Wow.
So December come, I'm like, it's Christmas. I've got to go on holidays and I've got no money. So I went to David and I said, would it be okay if I got my commissions paid early? And he's like, sure. He said, you're doing great. He said, the worst thing he could have asked me, or the best thing he could ask me, he goes, are you okay? And I just burst into tears. And I went, actually, I'm not. And I told him, I would never have known you were going through anything. And I remember him ringing up the operations manager and said, can you bring the checkbook? Now I'm going checkbooks here. Can you bring the checkbook? And he wrote me a $5,000 check. And he said, here's $5,000. He said, when your house sells, you pay me back. And I was like, you are a gift from God.
Wow.
So I ended up, that ended up being one of the most amazing jobs I had. Did exceptionally well, but obviously got burnt out after 10 years. I was leaving home at 6, getting home at 6, right? One played netball, one played football, one played soccer. So then I ended up selling to industry for 15 years. And that's when I really saw what our industry was like. Because I thought, I did so well in corporate. I was like, I'm going to eat this alive. I know you guys and I know how to sell. So I was like, I got this. Do you know what I found? We don't sell. We're not salespeople. We have too much stock on the shelf. We don't like retail. We can't afford it. We don't have the money.
Just
people not using the product.
No.
Like it was no. And I'm like, what was I doing in corporate that I'm not doing in hair? Because I felt like I'd actually taken off my sales hat and went back into hairdresser mode. And I was like, what am I not doing? And then it was like a penny dropped. And I was like, so tell me a little bit about your business. Talk to me about where the leaky buckets are. So then I started getting really dialed in. And then I came to a fork in the road where I wanted to do this with the business I was at. They didn't see this as part of their journey. So I took a chance on myself. And now I have been doing this for quite a few years, going to 4 years now. And what I actually do is, sorry, was that a long-winded answer?
No,
perfect answer.
I now teach teams on what the client journey looks like. So the first part of my program, I actually walk them in their client's shoes. What does it look like from a client's lens? The other half of the journey is, what are our limiting beliefs? What do we feel, how we feel sticky about it, and systems and processes. Because what I see is, I think I mentioned to you before that we think staff are lazy and they don't want to do it. And I've actually noticed it's not laziness, it's confidence, it's mindset, it's money. And what really fills my heart is when I come to the end of the program, like I'm over on my program for 5 hours And I know when I do it, they're like, I don't know if I've got ADHD. I don't know if I can sit there for this long. This is what I get when I first tell them how long it's going to go. And then they're sitting there like this, like, is it finished? At the end. And I literally unpack everything. I normally have someone have a breakthrough, so I'll cry my lesson. But teaching salons that your client almost is part of the journey. If you do not recommend aftercare to your client, you are not completing the service.
Agree.
Play that back. Play that back.
Sonia, oh my God, we're so excited to have you here. We have, we were really thinking about, okay, we have the opportunity to have you on the potty. What do we really want to pick your brain about? But also, what do we know that every single salon owner and stylist and therapist needs to hear in our industry right now? So we formulated what are all the questions that we've heard recently.
Okay.
It's not questions. They are questions, but there's also like some mindset blocks.
We want to pick your brain if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
And I think this will be really incredible. I want to talk about your programs as well.
Thank you.
Because we need so many salons to change the way that they're doing things, not just from the perspective of obviously what it can do for your business and what it can do for your team's confidence, but also going back to always looking at, and we talk about this in so many circles, we forget that in the hair and beauty industry, someone is actually seeking a professional service from us. They are not seeking a friendship. They are not seeking a good time. They're not seeking 3 hours of performative behavior, which is what so many of us just drop into. They are actually coming to you because they have a problem, and you as a stylist or as a therapist or as a skin professional, you have the solution to their problem. And we take that for granted after we build a relationship and we go, awesome, this person's a client for life. And this was such a massive penny drop, as Tess said, at Salon Forum when you spoke about this and spoke about the clients will leave you. So before we get into any of the questions, can we talk about what you see typically in the industry when you first come into a salon to like resuscitate the salon, for lack of a better word, in terms of retail sales? How do you find the salon? Talk about the common things that you see in there.
This is a big one. I see a lot of, like I said before, I think it's a lot of things. I think we don't look at it from a client's lens, right? We are tired, we're busy, we're run off our feet. Do you know you can change someone's state literally in a minute? So I talk about body language in my training. So tonality is 37%, body language is 55%. So if I rush over to you, I think I'm doing you a favor by coming over to you going, oh, hi, how you going, Tess? Oh my God, thanks. I've just changed your state to panic, she's rushing, panic. Is she going to be listening to me? So we are so busy. I see a lot of salons not charging their worth. Honestly, guys, whoever's listening to this, I think I said this on another podcast, just put your prices up. I don't care. Just do it. Right? Just no, do not pass go, do not click 200 if you know Monopoly. But they're not charging their worth, but they're also not delivering. Right? So if you're coming over to a client and you're rushing and your trolley's not organized, you're not paused, you're not asking intentional questions, right? You're already setting your client up and you're not even opening up that conversation properly. You talked about solving solutions. We're not even asking about what does it look like when they're at home with their hair. We're not actually getting, I call it the anchor. What is the driver? So you may have a client who's got oily hair, but that might not be their problem. But because we're visual, we will see something and we'll go down this rabbit hole of what we think they need to fix without even asking what they actually really want. So really intentionally asking, if I had a magic wand, what would be the one thing that you would fix on your hair? What's the one thing that's giving you the most pain? Right? And actually, do you know we talk too much?
I've noticed that as an industry in general.
There's a lot of talking from our lens,
rather than
it's the performance, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
especially hairdressers.
We play a game. I play a game with teams called Questions. You can only ask a question, but you can only answer with a question.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Intentional listening is, honestly, guys, when you ask a question, you have to think about the next question. You have to stop, listen, and then ask. We don't intentionally listen. We're not intentionally asking questions to know enough, because we have one thing we know about them, and then it's like,
yeah. And I feel like this happens so much, and the main thing that people want to know is, what shampoo and conditioner are you using?
Oh, you asked that question, you're selling. Sorry?
Well, yeah, because this thing, and then they say, like, oh, I don't know, you buy it at a salon? Yep.
People think that's what a consultation looks like.
Yeah.
So how about asking, so actually, what are you using at home? Really curious, like leaning into the body language.
How are you using it? How frequently? Exactly.
Where do you buy it
from? Question with a question. Yeah.
I want to know what type of buyer I've got in my chair.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many other questions you can ask without asking. And I see salons actually even upselling treatments at the basin. Do you feel like a treatment? I don't know what that feels like, just quietly. But if you're asking someone at the basin,
totally.
God, what problem are we solving if we're?
Well, no, you are selling. You haven't even added value at this point, right? So it's just. So I see. You know what? I say the small things are the big things, and if they really dialed in, being intentional, looking at the small things that do make, our regulars get treated the worst. Oh, hi, Tess, come take a seat straight at the basin.
Yep. Just take Tess straight through.
Yeah. That lady over there, the one with the blue jacket. Yeah. Can you just rinse her hair?
Yeah.
I'm like, her in the jacket? Like, you don't know. I pride myself when I'm in training. You ask any salon, I always use their name, and I've got very good eye contact, and I just use their name. I'm speaking to you.
Build trust,
it is. It's a huge one that we have.
Do you know, it's so interesting. The performative side of our industry it's so true, and we see so many people standing behind the chair or servicing a client in the beauty room, and they start the conversation straight away on, how was your trip, or how was whatever, and it's straight away they lose that conversation, and the next thing they're 25 minutes in and they know when this client last had a pap smear, but they don't know what's actually going on.
I do also what colour underpants they had.
Yes. Yeah. And it's so hard to regain that conversation afterwards if we're not asking the right questions. Okay, I need to ask you.
I was going to say, we're like, we're not going to be leaving otherwise.
So many incredible things. So these are the biggest things that we have heard recently in the industry. In terms of, we're talking excuses. We're talking blocks with team members. Yep. So Tay and I came up with these last night. These are the biggest things that we learned from the salons that we're working with their teams about why they struggle with selling retail.
Great.
So I want to do a bit of a fire round, and I want you to say what you hear with this. That we can just get aware of it.
Okay. Do I be really honest?
Yeah. Oh, please.
You be so honest and so give them to them straight. We need to. What is the thing? We need to address reality? It so we can change it.
Yeah. Okay. We want to, and everyone take change. A nice big deep breath in, and the people listening.
We'll do it with them.
Okay. We'll do it. But this is about getting really accountable, and we say this because we want better for every single person listening. First one, my clients prefer to buy online or from big businesses like Mecca, Sephora, and Adore Beauty.
Rubbish. If you don't have...
No more. Okay.
And next.
If your client trusts you, and guys, listen to this, they do trust you and they believe anything that you say, we just don't have conversations. We're not actually even asking them to buy at this point. I actually sold to the industry, and let me tell you, I used to go to big chains, and I'd have to wait for the manager, and I'd serve people because that was just me. I can't stand around doing nothing, right? So I just serve the customers, right? So the customers, my hairdresser had this product and it was in a white bottle. Yep, they're all in white bottles, sweetie. Need a bit more detail, right?
Yeah.
No. Because if you actually go online, okay, here we go. I'm going to shoot back. 10%. If it's $80 product, it's $8. If it's $50 product, it's $5. They're not saving money. You can't buy coffee for $5. So tell them what the discount looks like, and they've got to have a minimum spend so they don't charge freight, because let me tell you, no one likes paying for freight. So you have to spend $80 because it's very strategically done. You've got to buy 3 products, not just 2. So therefore, you have to pay freight. So when you really break it down, no, it's your job. If they trust you, do a reevaluation every 3 months on your client with their retail, and let me tell you, they won't go rogue online. Next.
Next.
How can you not be obsessed with this?
I know.
Okay,
done.
Next. We heard it. Next. Cost of living.
Right. I love this one because I get it every single day.
Oh, yes.
You know what? We all live, don't we? Okay. How many things do you have at home that you shouldn't have bought?
This
Hands
week,
up,
a lot.
Right. So let me tell you
really
the 3
rogue
buying
this week.
drivers. The buying drivers are what's in it for them, value, that they see value in it, and status. It's not how much something costs.
I thought it was going to be emotion, the last one.
Nope.
No.
So if I don't see value.
Status. See, Tess, you are a wanker. If you
100%.
I'm like all of them.
People.
100%.
You answered too quickly.
Yeah. Do you know what? Louis Vuitton, this is what I say, Louis Vuitton's never been on sale, and they keep opening up stores. Have you seen the store in New York? They've got 4 stores on every corner, and they're like 27 stories high. That's not an industry that's dying.
Yeah, you're not seeing them having an ear
And
for
you know
sale.
what? I don't go into Louis Vuitton and go, oh, I can't afford things that don't. Have you been watching TV? Can I get a discount? You just know you're going to spend and donate a kidney when you walk in there, right? So, no, it's never about price. People question price when they don't see value and what they're buying and getting. If you've got a client that says to you, how much is it? Do you know what they're doing? They're thinking their head's in their bank account where they can afford it because they don't understand what they're buying.
You haven't created enough value.
You haven't created enough value around that.
Oh.
Okay, this is a good one. Already using good quality salon products, even though so they're already using another brand that you don't stock in the salon.
I love this one.
Or they haven't bought it for over a year. They're like, oh, no, I'm still using that same shampoo.
Yeah, so call your client out on the bullshit. They're not using it for a year. But if they say they're using a good product, guys, this is the consumer you want in your chair.
Okay.
Because they're educated, they value product, and they spend money. Tick. We just need them to understand why we use what we use. So if you're a brand, if you're a salon.
Sorry, a moment for that. Your client needs to understand why you use what you use.
Yeah, why you have what you use, because no one tells us what to have in our salons.
That's needs to be a catchphrase. That's really good.
Right? So we pick what we have in our salon, don't we? Last time I checked?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to sell to you guys, I know.
Wow.
But if I say to you, if I've got the same colour brand and same retail brand, I'm going to tell my client, I love the fact, because we want to appreciate and relate. Okay, this is very sales. This is sales training. So appreciate and relate. So I'm going to say, oh my God, I love the fact that you look after your hair. And I like that you're using a good quality product. But would it be okay if I share with you why we use what we use? And
write it down.
We use this product because it chemically balances with our retail. So if we're using this colour on your hair, it's ideally we'd like you to use this retail product. Anyone with OCD will change straight away. But this is what I need you to have in your hair care range, home care range, to keep the integrity of your colour.
So they talk to each other. Love, 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 love.
Write it down. That was great.
Sonia, we want to ask you, why do you think our industry as a whole struggles to value itself or ourselves?
I think it's a very woman-dominated industry, and I think that we struggle with confidence. We struggle with a lot internally. Like we're changing, hormonal, we're just always evolving as women, right? But I still think it's just a self-belief. Self-belief and trusting the process. I started my business over 50, and a lot of people would say, oh, that's old, like that's too late, whatever.
Are you 54?
Yeah, what a joke.
Are you 54? I'm doing the math because you said you've been in business for 4 years. Are you 50 fucking 4?
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
absurd, isn't it?
I'm 35 and you look younger than I am.
No, not quite. So I really believe that is very much a limiting belief internally. And this is one part of my job that I absolutely love, because when I finish my training, I have staff, like by the first module, they're already in love with me and I love them. Like I can build rapport and trust really, really quickly. But they're just like, I just love seeing them believe in themselves and having the confidence and the skill set. We weren't taught this at TAFE. We're not taught this at TAFE. And I really think we need to understand that. Guys, borrow the belief. Borrow my belief in you before you believe it.
I love that.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, God. They really do need to teach this in TAFE. I really do think. There needs to be like counselling, self-belief, all these things. So good.
I want to talk about how a salon owner hearing this right now, how we could help them to flip their mindset or their team's mindset around selling retail.
If you love doing hairdressing, you love doing hair, recommending aftercare, our guys, please listen to this. Our clients want our advice. We're just not giving it to them. We're just not. Like, remove yourself from the friction of selling. It's not about selling. It's about serving. It's like, I use the analogy of going to a fine dining restaurant. Let's say we go to a fine dining restaurant tonight, okay? And I think you guys, have you heard this one? Did I use that at CPR? We're at a fine dining restaurant and they don't give you the wine list because they assume you can't afford it. They assume that you don't want it or they couldn't be bothered. Like,
they forgot.
They forgot.
Yeah.
Like, retail and aftercare is part of keeping the integrity of a client's hair.
Because the reality of this is when the client leaves and their colour, if they've got a high fashion colour, they've got bright red, and they're not going home with the products that are going to ensure that, and they wash it with Head and Shoulders for 2 weeks, and then suddenly that colour's gone, they're not going to clock and go, must be the product that I'm using. They're going to go, that hairdresser was shit. Yeah.
Like, I see it all, and if you just offer it, and it's organic and it's authentic. Like, I go in and do shadow work, and honestly, they go, oh, talk to this client. That client's like already going like, what do I need? Honestly,
you go in and shadow the team?
Yeah, so I'll go in and do consultation shadowing with them.
That is so good.
Right? And then I'll actually so they'll see me do a consultation. And I go, where's your client card? What's on your client card? If you don't know what your client's drinking after 2 years, you don't care.
Agree.
Right? So why aren't we putting these in our client notes,
true.
right?
Yeah.
So I look at all of that. So when I'll do shadow work, and then the client just starts opening up. They're like, oh, even if they say to me, oh, I'm using the product. So I went to sell in Port Macquarie, and they said, oh, I'm using this. And I said, oh, you know, how are you finding it? And she goes, oh, it's okay. And I went, interesting. I'm actually not happy with okay. Tell me a little bit more about what okay looks like for you. And so she said, oh, you know, it's not, we need to align with their expectations. So she just liked something that was a little bit heavier on her hair. And I went, okay, can I just show you? Do you mind if I show you what I would would recommend? She goes, yeah, sure. So this is not even my client. I'm not even doing her hair. She was already happy for me to do her hair at this point. I didn't even talk to her about anything other than, hi, how you going? I know you're a regular client. Like the body language oozes confidence. So they're already like, they're heads up going.
She's like, Sonia, can I rebook with you next time?
Yeah, right? So I went over and I bought some product over and I said, look, this is ideally what I'd recommend. Give that a go. I honestly think it'll align with what you're actually really needing. She bought shampoo, conditioner, mask, styling product. I did not even touch this client's hair. We're not offering it. We're not having conversation. Remove yourself around the sale part. I always say the money is a byproduct of you delivering a great service. The money comes, right? Yes, you need to track numbers. Yes, you need to plan daily on your KPIs. Yes, you need to know what your daily number and your average ticket is. Yes, yes, yes. Right? We still need to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made targets when I was in sales. So I've got a really simple formula on how to do targets as well, like really super simple because, you know, us hairdressers love maths. But if you actually genuinely care about someone.
I actually do. Like,
some do if they get it, right?
For a long time, yeah.
But clients want to give, they want advice.
Yes.
Just offer it. You know what? It's up to them what they do with that. I hear in salons when I do this client like consultation matrix and they have to give me all the pain of what clients experience and one comes up as breakage. And I'm like, two things. If it's a new client, it's not your fault. If it's an old client, it's so your fault.
I love that.
If your client's coming to you after 6 months and you've been doing their hair and they got breakage, that is your fault. You haven't recommended a treatment and how to bond build that client's hair and help them manage it. Totally your fault.
I love that. How humbling for so many people. That's one of my favorite. That's why I love her. One of the main reasons.
Sonia, I want to talk about your programs because so many people right now are like, fuck, I've got this issue in my salon, but I need the help. And also I want to also say so many salon owners think that they need to solve this problem, but this is why people hire you, is to bring you in to have an outsider's perspective. It always lands differently with your team. Having an outsider come in and helping you change your mindset around this and doing this as a collective is so powerful. Can we talk about your programs?
Yes. So just on that, I want to say if it comes from a salon owner, staff see it as you just want me to make more money for you and they've already heard you, it falls on deaf ears. If it comes from a sales rep who does product training, you just want to sell us more product so we sell more and you sell more, right? I call myself Switzerland. So when I do my program, it's called the Accelerator and it literally is very bespoke. Another thing what I see is a lot of coaches will take salon owners away, but the salon owners who are actively working in the salon, I know you guys have moved yourselves away and run the salon. Is that right? Do you work on the floor? No. So salon owners who actually work on the floor and in their business, I could take them away for a couple of days and teach them this. But do you know how much will get implemented? Pretty much maybe 5-10% because they're too time poor. So this is why I offer in salon with staff, because I do the heavy lifting.
So cool.
Right? So I teach the staff and then the salon owner just literally has to implement and make sure they are held accountable because we're not very good at doing that either, just saying. So the Accelerator program is for teams and salon owners to really elevate their client journey, understand systems and processes, and also understand numbers. And I do a mindset piece at the end. So I talk about limiting beliefs and mindset in the story, because is it a story or a fact that our clients can't afford something? That's a story, not a fact.
Agreed.
No client doesn't come in and go, look, I'll take that back, maybe 1%.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll tell you a really quick story because I know time's ticking, but I had a client of mine who did my training and she said she had a client come in and say, I've got $500 for my hair. So she was a high blonde specialist and $500 was her hair price. And she said, and then I had you in my ear. Make sure you do the retail. She's like, but she's already told me I only have $500.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to do what Sonia said. I'm just going to tell her what aftercare looks like.
Yeah.
She put $180 on Afterpay.
Amazing.
And how was her hair 6 weeks later?
Exactly.
Amazing.
Right? But she would have automatically stopped because a client gave her that objection.
The boundary, yeah.
Right? So normally our clients' objections are they've probably tried a product before, it didn't work. Yes. They've bought a product at the wrong time for their hair, so their hair got used to it. Nothing. If you've got a regrowth, I call a thing called shampoo wardrobe. What are you doing halfway through the service? Right? What's your regrowth look like? So with my program, I make sure it's everything and the kitchen sink. I actually don't leave any stone unturned. And like literally on Monday, I'll give you an example. I was since 3 days in Melbourne. The salon I did on Monday, I get DMs all the time after my training. She's like, oh my God, I upsold $700 worth of services and increased my retail by 20% in 1 day.
It literally shows how quickly that investment.
Really
it's
fast.
Just crazy.
There's no downtime. And for me, if you're working with me with your business, my objective is to get your return on investment as soon as possible. Like my plan is, if you want to work with me afterwards, it's a choice you make. And I'm happy to do that. And normally they do. But I do this first, see what the results are, then come into, most of them are like, oh no, I need you. I do one-on-ones. I do monthly trainings with teams. I do shadow work. I do intensives with salons. And these teams like us just like super dialed in.
It's so amazing. I feel like even just the fact that and this is like, as Sonia said, guys, you are Switzerland, you're neutral in this. Like you're not going in and being like, you need to use this brand with this product and blah, blah. Whatever's there specific. Is what you're going to be like. It's not about it, because at the end of the day, it's not about the exact type of product. It's about giving your client the information, ask the questions, find the problems, give them a solution.
Thank you.
Oh, how fucking good.
Sonia Tomas, I want to ask you one final question before we wrap. But before we do, where can everyone find you?
I am on Instagram at the Salon Doctor, DR at the end. I am on YouTube. I'm going to start
What? I didn't know that.
I'm going to be starting to do some education on YouTube.
Oh,
so good.
I love YouTube. It's like one of my
go-tos.
Nikki's a blog. Yeah, you love it. You love a blog.
Going to be on YouTube. And look, I do have a website, but I'm just going to be honest, it hasn't been updated for a long time. So probably Instagram is probably my best way.
Yeah, the best. Slide into her DMs. Sonia, I want to ask you before you go, you've got thousands of salon owners and their teams listening right now. I want you to give us one thing that every single salon owner needs to hear about retail sales.
Remove the friction around selling. Because you're not selling. Just serve your client. They trust you already. Have conversations. And like you said, we talk about everything else because I know you guys care. This is the thing. I know you guys care about your clients because you are talking about stuff that really you should be. Okay? Talk to them about their hair. Hair first is my motto. So hair first. And then if you want to unpack about their divorce, their kids that's running around running a mark or whatever, do that when you're putting their colour on. But hair first.
Hair first. I'm so grateful that you have come and shared your...
This is a career highlight for Tess, Sonia.
It is. You know why? Because I feel like you are so fucking refreshing. I feel like our industry so desperately needs you. But the way that you put things out there for people to really consider how they're serving or not serving their clients, it's so unique. It's like truly a superpower. I'm so grateful to have witnessed you and your magic so many times now. I'm so grateful that you've been here with us and shared it. But our industry, no, our world needs you. Like, truly, the fact that you give.
Don't, you'll make me cry.
But I feel like you are such an expander, and especially with now knowing how much, like, you have gotten yourself to the places, you have gotten yourself out of dynamics and situations, and you are truly the evidence of being self-made.
Thank you.
But you offer that potential to our industry that needs it, and I truly feel like we
really
are
care.
so
I really care about our industry,
and we are so privileged to have your like heart and your vision and your fucking power. Thank you for being with us and sharing that. Honestly,
it made me cry. I thought I was going to get through another one podcast for the first time.
I'm just so grateful.
I didn't think I was going to cry either.
We love to make people cry in this room.
I really appreciate you guys.
We love you so much.
Sincerely, honestly, for even just believing in what I do as well. So it means a lot to me.
It's so
we absolutely love
incredible
you,
and we stand behind you so much. But Sonia, thank you for giving us your time, especially on Hair Festival weekend.
I know.
It is not something that we take lightly.
Oh no, this is going to come out after Hair Fest. I was going to say, we should do a big
We will be there tomorrow.
We will be there.
Too. We didn't get any tickets to Hair Festival except for you and a couple of our mates who are speaking, and yours was something that we absolutely couldn't miss. So thank you for being here and for sharing your incredible brain. I hope that everyone rushes to work with you because our industry needs this so badly to get out of that mindset of icky salesperson. It's not what we want as an industry. We want to elevate together. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Conscious Salon podcast.
Love you guys. Stay conscious.